Welcome to a Mastering the Marketplace video. You can find more videos, hands-on labs, and example code at this URL, aka.ms/mastering the marketplace.
So let's take a look at the certification test tool that we use for Azure certification. Now, before I do that, I just went ahead and created let's take a look at any virtual machine that we have running. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this. We're going to use this virtual machine to connect to it. Unfortunately, I will not be able to blow up this test tool. So please let me know if I can do something else, but this tool is fixed and I'm not able to blow it up. So what I did is I went ahead and created a quick test name for this Linux machine. I'm going to go in and paste the same DNS name that I have in there. This is the SSH port, and I will give the username and password that I used for it. So let's go ahead and try to connect to this. Okay, so we've connected to this virtual machine successfully. Now, this was for a Linux, but there, like Julio mentioned earlier, there are going to be requirements for if you're running a Windows test, so you will need to make sure your WinRM is enabled. But just to make things easy, I just went ahead and used my Linux for the test. So now that my machine is connected to, I can go in and run this quick test. So there's going to be different parameters against which this is being tested on. So there's, Linux agent version, required kernel parameters. And right now it's running this entire, all of these tests to make sure that they're all compliant. Okay, perfect. We got the results of our test, and it looks like we just want to make sure that none of our statuses show failed. So warnings are okay. Warnings will not in any way, fail certification for you, but you just want to make sure that you don't have any statuses that say failed. So whenever you have a status with the message warning, there's going to be just a particular description and a result if you want to make any further changes to it. But typically in these scenarios, your certification will not fail. So now that we know that our certification has gone through, and we're not going to have any issues during certification. But let's just click next and see what happens. So this is a quick questionnaire on what you did and what you would need to do. So if you are once you finish running your test tool, Azure is going to ask you a couple of questions to understand, are you sure you're meeting the right requirements? And sometimes the answer to this may be no, which is when you will have to run this, certification tool to make sure that you generate a report that can be sent to the cert team. Let me just go ahead and do this and show you exactly how a certification report can be generated. All right, so now that I've done this, I'm going to select contain a custom kernel, which is no, and then have you customized the Linux guest agent to disable Azure extensions? No. Perfect. So if you look here, once I've completed my questionnaire, it's going to generate a report. Now, if for some reason you have some exceptions because of which your certification is failing, you'll want to make sure that you generate this report and keep it ready for when your certification fails and when or if you want to reach out to the Azure cert team to essentially get your virtual machine offer certified. So this was a very quick walkthrough of the certification tool that we use for certifying our virtual machine images.
Thank you for joining us for another video from Mastering the Marketplace, the learning library where technologists go to get their offer on the Microsoft Marketplace. For more videos, hands-on labs, and sample code, find us at aka.ms/mastering the marketplace.